So guys, before this video starts, yeah, I actually got lucky with the chests I've been farming from the New Year's events, and I decided, oh, I can go all the way to step 3 again. I was like, I really want Gur, so I'm gonna keep going. And, kinda went crazy when I actually got Gur, and then realized he wasn't my guaranteed limit, and, wow. That's just wow, okay. I mean, so, yeah. If you wonder in the future why my Buchaba is level 60 or why Gur showed up, that's why. Alright, I'll get back to the video. Welcome back, everybody. Coolbro794 here, and I know it took me a little longer than normal to keep the run up. We're doing so many summons, and I wanted to get at the unit review, which clearly you liked. It got views a lot faster than my other videos usually do. Of course, other than the summons, everybody gotta love the summons. But this team is incredibly luck-based, so I didn't really know when I'd get my high score. If you don't know already, what Voiced Risotto does is at skill 4, he'll create 5 panels every time you use his skill, up to 25, in like random spots, but they can overlap. So, on the first 5, he could make them all on the top row. I don't think they can overlap on the first 3. So, like, for example, the first 5 could all be on the top row. The next 5 could be on the next row. Oh no, the first 2. It's the first 2. And then, maybe the next 5 is on the next row. But then, they could all, I don't know, all 5 panels are under the panels that were already created. And so there's still 15, even though it's in the 4th use. And then all 5 panels are under those top rows again. And so now it's a 15 risotto pattern. That's what it's called, because there's 15 panels created each time you use a skill when it's max. And, I think the, highest I ever got with good support, actually got, 1 or 2 of my bonus supports, because I only had 2, at the time this run went up. Or at the time I did this run. It was before I pulled Joseph and Josuke. After I pulled Joseph and Josuke, still couldn't manage to get a good pattern. But yeah, this is like a 17 or 18 pattern. It's not the best, but it's the best I could do. Because obviously if I keep doing runs, I could get a better pattern, get a higher score. It just takes forever to do runs over and over and over again. That's the reason you see so many tops that have such differences in scores. Like, bottom of the top 100 is like 50 mil, and top is like 95 mil. And just a disclaimer, that like 94, 95 mil, those like very, very top players, it's the support. The number 2 player, I saw their run, because I was wondering, how does the score go up that much? They have only level 80 supports. Only. Level 80 GER, level 80 Run-On, level 80 Joseph and Josuke, and level 80 Vampire Straight. So I was like, oh my god. That means they must just, at the very least, if they had pulled like Gur with 1 dupe, Run-On with 1 dupe before this, they had to pull 2 GERs, 2 Run-Ons, and 4 Joseph and Josukes, at the very, very, very least. Implying they already had like a dupe for each, and that Stranzo was level 80. It's like, I am not spending thousands of dollars to go into top 10, so one of my silver chests gets replaced with a gold chest. I honestly think if you're going for the best rewards possible, you just want top 200, where one of your silver chests gets replaced with a diamond chest instead. But obviously higher place is better, so I love getting my top 100. I've been top 50 for like ages. That's about it for the reason the scores are so different on this team. If you haven't already seen any of the Risotto 4-taro runs, which I'm assuming most have because it's a very, very popular team, everybody knows Risotto 4-taro is probably the best combo in the game. You want to hit Risotto, and you want to try to make it during 4-taro time, erase those panels, but you want them all in a clump. That's why your Risotto pattern matters, how many intensified panels he makes. You want to try to hit them all at once because their multipliers for being intensified panels are already there. And then when you hit multiple at once, they stack on top of each other and end up doing, for me, with my average 3000 support, not average 6000 support like the number 1 and number 2, my average 3000 damage support does about like 2.8 mil, 2.9 at the very best, with like a 18-19 pattern. I couldn't get much bigger just because it's pretty luck based. I was very unfortunate with my patterns. The score attack, I think the biggest I've ever had was like a 22 pattern, and the pattern in this run is like I said, it's 17 or 18. It's a little frustrating to not get a good pattern, even though you got the good supports and stuff like that, but you just gotta keep trying. That's what score attack is. If you want the top spots, you have to perfect the run. And there's actually, it is more about the luck, because you can't make 5x5s. That hole at the bottom never goes away, and you can't make 5x5s because of it. So as long as you're making the 4x4 every single stand-up time, then there's no way to optimize stand-up. It's just praying for your risotto pattern and how good are your supports. Which really does kind of stink, I think, just because there should be other ways that like your skill can really optimize the run. Because the only skill part of this run is charging risotto 4taro based on how good you are at 4taro tapping, because getting to stand up obviously, and then how many enhanced panels you make, so how much they charge. If you notice at the very beginning of the run I did a manual stand up. Instead of hitting 4taro right away and time stopping to stand up, I just did matches until I got there. You can build up a little bit of combo that way, but that's really about it. It's just that and how fast you can tap 4taro to make more enhanced panels to get more damage at a stand-up time and more charge for your units. I do think 4taro risotto is fun, don't get me wrong. Risotto's voice lines are awesome. I love being able to throw them in the front this score attack because I did a manual stand-up. So I get to hear, you know, I'm gonna chop off your head! Those voice lines, those are sick voice lines. That's why I summoned for Voice Risotto. We didn't know he'd be that good for a little while. I was like, oh, he's really cool, I'll summon for him. I got quite fortunate on that banner. But yeah, obviously, my run can be optimized with better supports. My support average was 3000. You can get plus levels on your supports. Then they do more damage, obviously boost your score a lot. Supports matter, supports really do matter. And yeah, it's just, this team's pretty simple, although a bit hard to pull off, just because you have to keep trying over and over again to get the risotto patterns and stuff like that. Like, the idea behind it's pretty simple. It would be even easier to loop if my risotto was skill 5, I just didn't quite find it necessary. Because if you make those matches in between, it requires more skill if you can make those matches after getting out of stand-up, which is why I use the pausing tactic. But if you can do that, you don't really need the skill 5, and that's the skill tickets you can put in other units. If you just saw the beginning of the video, I now have skill tickets to use on GER instead of risotto. And obviously, no, I know GER is not meta, but like, I really wanted Gur just because he was so fun. I played him on one of my friends' devices when they played Bitter Better Pop. It was so much fun to play. So I was like, man, I really hope I can get Gur. I'm going to try to get this final multi in. Unfortunately, unless I get gems for my chests, I would not expect whatever the next banner is to have, like, gem summons. Obviously for the title, so it's not a lie, I probably will be doing a single summon on the banner. Or if it's a step-up banner, I can, very likely I can do the 200s first step multi. But other than that, I need to start saving again. I really do. Something meta comes out, I'm gonna be like broke. So I need to start saving up my gems again. Because it's just like, I'm scared. I'm scared for a 4taro level 80. Like I keep saying, fake 4taro is gonna come around really soon. I 100% welcome a 4taro rerun. A lot of people want him. A lot of people need him. They want him for the top scores. They want him because he's cool. People are saving up for him. But I do not welcome him with a level 80. I do think getting a 4taro, getting a level 80 will ruin the game. Because, like, one of my favorite things about Pitter Patter Pop is that you can pull a unit once, and then you can use that unit. You can use skill tickets to skill level them up. Obviously, pulling dupes makes it easier to skill up a unit. I just pulled the Butarete Abakio dupe, which gave me 90 skill tickets, even though I already skilled 4 of them, which kind of sucks. But, like, having to pull 4taro 4 times just to be able to, like, compete in the meta? That just sucks. That was such a dismotivator, I'm gonna call it. I don't think that's a word, but I'm gonna call it that. That's such... It's just something that you won't want to do, and it's gonna make so many players quit, because, oh, before it was like, I just need to pull 4taro and then I have a chance. If I pull 4taro and then I practice, maybe I could be one of the good players. But instead, it's, if I could pull 4taro, and if I can pull him to level 80 and then I stand a chance. That just doesn't... It just sounds like they're trying to, like, devour money. And then it doesn't work, and the game shuts down. I think devouring money would be, you know, easier if the game doesn't shut down. So, it's just my opinion. I don't really think 4taro shouldn't get an awakening, just because he's already got his own tier. If you've seen the tier list, he's got his own tier, like I said he deserved. He's just so good already. A level 80 would make him way too good. And you would have to have him to level 80 to stand up in the meta. And it just stinks. It really would stink. His EX sticker would definitely suck. If he did get a level 80, his EX sticker would suck because he's already so good. They're very against giving... The only units I noticed they like giving good EX stickers are the, like, the old reliable units. Like, Fugo got a good EX sticker, Bagpony good EX sticker. The, like, old reliable units that everybody used to turn to for, like, 4taro partners or Time Stopper partners, those are the units they like to give those. I think that's all I have to say for now. If you need the stickers, I will be showing them at the end of the video when I return to review my score. And, so yeah, I'll see you in a minute. Alright guys, there it is. Just under 74 mil. I wanted to make one more match. Game wouldn't let me, obviously. I have definitely secured my top 100 spot for this score attack. And that's probably going to be my best run. I'll keep trying. I'll try to get a higher score, just because obviously it's fun. I want to get higher places. But I don't know for sure if it'll happen. It just depends on how lucky I am with my risotto patterns. As always, guys, subscribe. I appreciate all the support. You could subscribe over on the right. There's a recommended video on the left. Or if you want to see more videos like this one, I have a playlist right there. I'll see you later.